It's 8 p.m., a family party. You should be playing, but you're not. You're on duty. You're 7 years old, posted by the doorway. You're not a child, you're a lookout. You're watching the adults, scanning their faces, listening to the tone of their laughter. You're looking for the subtle shift that means the night is about to turn. You're calculating how much they've had to drink. You're making sure your younger sibling is safe in the other room. You're the only one who sees the storm clouds gathering. And when the first argument starts, you're the one who steps in. The tiny peacekeeper. The miniature adult. You crack a joke, you change the subject. You pull your parent's sleeve. You save the night. Again. But here's the question. Who was there to save you? This is the silent burden of the child who grew up too fast. The world praises you for being responsible and strong, but no one sees the cost of that strength. And if you are this person, you know that the little soldier you became never really went off duty. See, what happened to you wasn't just growing up. It has a name in psychology: parentification. It's when a child is consistently forced into the role of caregiver, peacekeeper, or emotional support for adults. It's an inversion of the natural order. Instead of being parented, you became the parent. This isn't about blaming anyone. It's about understanding a survival strategy that rewires a developing brain. Because when a child's nervous system is constantly tasked with managing adult chaos, it learns to be hypervigilant. You become an emotional detective, always scanning for potential threats, always on high alert. Your own needs disappear. You learn that safety is a transaction. You give peace, you get conditional safety. Your feelings become dangerous, while others' feelings become urgent. So, the authentic child recedes, and in its place, a powerful, performing adult begins to form. The good child, the quiet achiever, the therapist friend, the one who never asks for anything. You become so good at this role, you even forget it's a mask. But here is the tragedy. What saved you then imprisons you now. That little soldier you built to survive childhood doesn't just disappear when you turn 18. They stay on duty. And their survival patterns show up as your biggest adult struggles. You might become hyper-independent. You refuse to ask for help, not because you're strong, but because you learned, deep down, that you are the only one you can truly rely on. You might become a high achiever or a perfectionist. You overwork, overperform, and overprepare, not for success, but for safety. You still believe that if you are perfect, responsible, and good, you can finally prevent the chaos from returning. You might feel incapable of relaxing. You feel a constant humming anxiety, a deep guilt when you try to rest. It's the lookout, inside you, still scanning the horizon, unable to believe that the danger has passed. And in relationships, you might find yourself always attracting people who need fixing. You become the emotional thermostat for your friends, your partners, repeating the same caregiver role you mastered as a child, wondering why you always feel so exhausted and unseen. This is the hidden cost of growing up too fast. You didn't just lose a childhood, you learned a set of rules for a war that is now over, and you are the only one still fighting it. So, how do you disarm a soldier who only knows how to fight? The first step isn't about fixing yourself, it's about witnessing. It's about turning towards that little lookout inside you and acknowledging their bravery. Because until you truly validate what happened, you'll keep trying to gaslight yourself with thoughts like, "It wasn't that bad. Other people had it worse. I turned out fine." But fine is still a mask, and deep down, you know it. This is the beginning of shadow work. Not bypassing the pain with fake positivity, but turning toward the abandoned parts of yourself and saying, "I see you now, I hear you now, and I'm not leaving." This is the repairing process. It's brutal because it asks you to feel the grief you never had time to feel, to sit with the sorrow, the rage, the unmet needs, to mourn the innocence you lost while protecting people who should have protected you. That grief isn't weakness, it's proof that you're finally healing. Because what was once frozen is now beginning to fall. Because here's the truth. No one is coming to rescue the child you buried. You are the one who must go back and hold their hand. You are the one who must say what no one else ever said. You didn't deserve that. You were just a child. You get to rest now. This shift, from constant vigilance to gentle self-compassion, means unlearning the rules that once saved you. You can learn to stop seeking parents in your partners. You can learn to stop mistaking anxiety for intuition. You can learn to stop running from the child you were and step fully into the self you're becoming. It means choosing softness, even when you were trained for strength. It means choosing rest, even when you feel guilty for slowing down. It means choosing to honor your own emotions instead of constantly managing everyone else's. No, it won't happen overnight. There will be days you feel like that child again. Good. That's the point. Let that child come home. Let them cry. Let them play. Let them finally be seen. Because you are not broken. You are becoming whole. And maybe, for the very first time, you're finally growing up the right way. Not through pressure or fear, but through truth.